Belarus Lukashenko. The only mistake we made was not finishing off Ukraine with Russia in 2014.
Here's a summary of the article.
The only mistake Russia and Belarus made was that we didn't resolve this issue in 2014-2015, when Ukraine had no army and wasn't prepared, Belarusian dictator Alexander Lukashenko said. In 2014, Russia illegally invaded Crimea and annexed it from Ukraine, and Kremlin-backed fighters seized territory in eastern Ukraine. Lukashenko's comments, which according to Minsk were delivered Thursday during a meeting with the heads of security agencies of the Commonwealth of Independent States, made up of former Soviet countries, indicate that Lukashenko has fully embraced his transformation into Russian President Vladimir Putin's puppet. Lukashenko has had a love-hate relationship with Putin over his nearly 3 decades in power. After the Kremlin helped him see off massive street protests following a fraudulent presidential election in 2020, the Belarusian dictator went all in on Putin, helping Moscow launch its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022 and agreeing to host Russian nuclear weapons on his country's soil. According to the Belarusian readout of Lukashenko's speech in Minsk, he claimed, "We saw this coming," referring to the Russian invasion. Quoting the Belarusian president, the readout claimed he said, "The only mistake we made, probably, is that we didn't resolve this issue in 2014-2015, when Ukraine had no army. We wanted to settle it peacefully. They used this time to develop combat-ready armed forces."
This post received a score of 8,300, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Can't imagine what it would feel like to be Ukrainian and read a quote like that. Wish we would have erased your country 10 years ago. Ugh.
Ukrainian here. Yes, we have been living like this since 2014. You can't imagine what it feels like. So, I can't stand all those morons, like Orban, Trump and others, who call for peace. What peace? They want all us dead.
They don't give a fuck even about people in their countries.
Long shot here, but anyone else played Dishonored too? Lukashenko reminds me of Duke Luka Abil. Not so much in appearance, but in behavior and willing subjugation to an outside power. Can only hope that a magical assassin like Corvo takes the FR out. The outsider is watching.
He might get the Italian treatment Mussolini got.
Putin's biggest fear. Dying like Gaddafi.
They were real good mates as well. I bet deep down Putin's shitting bricks knowing he's going to go the same way.
I wonder if knife missiles are accurate enough to hit an anus through a bunker ceiling.
Now that's pod racing.
Silly deluded man still thinks he runs a country. Belarus is now Russian and they didn't even put up a fight.
Do you think he's delusional or just took the best offer he could get with Putin? Not defending him in any way, just a question. Go Ukraine.
I don't think is delusional. I think is corrupt. He's probably being paid very handsomely for his treachery.
Yup, that's how I view his situation. The pay is worth it to him to be a puppet of Putin.
Live as a puppet or accidentally fall off a balcony. He made his choice.
Live as a puppet, and still eventually fall off a balcony.
Not before tying his hands behind his own back and shooting himself in the back of the head twice.
Interesting. So he admits that Moscow was the driving force in 2014. This refutes the claim that it was only a civil war.
Putin admitted it was Russia already, though, and Gherkin, an FSB officer, was Minister of Defense among other positions and has admitted to shooting down MH17. The claim's been dead for years, but yet its corpse shambles on.
From his point he may be right. In 2014 the West was next level weak. The White House response to the invasion was sending blankets to Ukraine. The only people who actually were calling for serious aid was John McCain, and he predicted everything Russia would do next. It is just amazing how McCain knew everything Putin was up to. We would not send weapons to the Ukrainians when they were begging for them. We would not even give them intelligence, because we did not want to, quote, provoke Vladimir Putin. By showing weakness we provoked Vladimir Putin, John McCain.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.